A skyscraper dominates a city skyline. It costs billions to build. Thousands of tons of steel, concrete, glass, years of construction, years of maintenance, years of management. Now imagine an algorithm. No steel, no concrete, no elevators, no physical presence. Yet that algorithm generates more wealth than entire city blocks, more influence than some governments, more economic activity than thousands of businesses combined. One occupies space, the other occupies systems. And increasingly, the world's wealthiest individuals are choosing systems, not buildings, not factories, not physical assets, systems. Because a profound shift is underway, a shift most people can see, but very few truly understand.
For most of human history, wealth was physical. Land created wealth. Factories created wealth. Oil fields created wealth. Railroads created wealth. The formula was straightforward. Acquire assets, control production, capture value. The larger the physical footprint, the larger the economic power. This model dominated centuries of economic development, and for a long time, it worked exceptionally well. But physical assets have limitations. They occupy space, they require maintenance, they face geographic constraints, and most importantly, they scale slowly. Then software arrived, and software changed the equation. The internet created a new category of asset, an asset unlike anything before it. Algorithms, software systems, digital infrastructure. Unlike physical assets, these systems could scale globally, instantly. A building serves one location. An algorithm serves the world. A factory produces within capacity. Software expands with demand. For the first time in history, economic leverage was becoming detached from geography. And those who recognized this shift early began accumulating something far more valuable than physical property: digital leverage. Most people think algorithms are tools. The most successful companies treat them as assets, because assets generate value repeatedly, and algorithms do exactly that. Once created, they operate continuously, serving customers, optimizing decisions, automating processes, generating revenue. A building requires occupancy. An algorithm requires usage. A building scales through construction. An algorithm scales through distribution. This difference appears subtle until scale arrives. Then the difference becomes enormous. Because software breaks one of the oldest constraints in economics: the direct relationship between effort and output.
Traditional investors evaluate physical assets. Modern system architects evaluate leveraged assets: algorithms, data, networks, platforms, infrastructure. Each layer compounds differently. Data improves algorithms. Algorithms improve products. Products attract users. Users strengthen networks. Networks reinforce platforms. Platforms generate more data. The cycle repeats again and again and again. This creates a self-reinforcing system, one capable of compounding faster than traditional assets, because modern wealth increasingly emerges from feedback loops, not physical ownership.
A hotel requires more rooms to serve more guests. A restaurant requires more tables to serve more customers. A factory requires more equipment to increase production. But software behaves differently. One additional user, minimal additional cost. 1 million additional users, still remarkably efficient. This is the asymmetry defining the digital economy. Physical businesses scale through expansion. Digital systems scale through replication. And replication is dramatically cheaper than expansion, which means digital leverage compounds faster than physical leverage. The consequences are difficult to overstate because the businesses controlling scalable systems increasingly dominate global markets. For centuries, wealth followed geography. Location determined opportunity. Resources determined power. Infrastructure determined scale. The digital era introduced something new: wealth without geography. An algorithm can serve users on every continent. A software platform can operate continuously. A digital system can create value while its owners sleep. This does not eliminate physical assets, but it changes the hierarchy. The most valuable asset is no longer necessarily the largest asset. It is often the most scalable asset. The visible outcome is extraordinary wealth. The invisible cause is leverage architecture. The lesson is not that real estate is obsolete or that physical assets no longer matter. The lesson is about leverage. Every generation rewards the assets best aligned with its economic architecture. Industrial economies rewarded factories. Energy economies rewarded resources. Digital economies reward systems, algorithms, platforms, infrastructure. Modern builders increasingly focus on assets capable of scaling beyond individual effort. For viewers interested in exploring some of the frameworks, digital assets, and infrastructure resources powering modern system creation, curated resources can be found in the description below.
Most people still measure wealth through ownership. The architects of the digital age increasingly measure wealth through leverage. Most people see buildings. They see systems. Most people see assets. They see scalability. And as the global economy becomes increasingly digital, the most valuable assets may not be the ones you can touch. They may be the systems quietly shaping the behavior of billions. Because the future belongs to those who understand the architecture of leverage. This is Nexera, decoding systems, architecting wealth.